I was like, what are we doing?
Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristin.
And this is So I'm Watching Drag Race, Season All-Stars 7, Episode 10?
Mm-hmm. The Kennedy Davenport Center Honors Hall of Shade.
So I'm showing my hand. I cheated and watched a chunk of this last night, and it's pretty good. So we're going to do another partial reaction where we're going to film our honest, our first... our first reaction to it, to the roast and the runway, and then we're going to do our typical conversation after the fact. So from that, we're going to dive in. Well, that's the thing is, I'm like, there's absolutely another, at least one, if not four more twists coming, and none of them, they're not. Apparently, the Vivian never wearing blue was a joke.
Okay.
And that British humor.
I do love British humor, but when you sell it that
quite literally every other look. It always sounds like a sports center. Like
dun 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 dun. Apparently that song is called Heavy Action. The Monday Night Football. I know that because of New Girl.
Finally, Trinity's accent is so southern that even Jim Crow would fuck it.
Jada's so endearing. I'm just so glad that I got to spend the 25 minutes.
And then RuPaul. Hi, thanks RuPaul for coming. I know you haven't in a while. Jada talks about
so we're on.
Ooh. Okay. That's a lot of fun.
I feel like she has a tendency to be like classic, out of pocket, classic, wild. Like
she's right out there with the Franklin.
Michelle's lip color is.
I have a color that's like that.
Yeah.
But she's got a really sparkly gloss on top.
Ross Matthews, author and journalist. Let's give a big drag race welcome.
Yeah, he's got a great
so
face.
Hot.
It is an honor to be here. You know what a fan I am.
He's like
literally lobbied you at the grocery store.
this perfect combination of Mia Farrow and Frank Sinatra.
Is that who his father is?
I'm so glad
There's no way.
Make it.
Yeah, no, his father's Woody Allen.
Well, his father's not Woody Allen, but is that who's supposedly his father?
Look at his face.
Category is Center Honors. Wintergreen.
Oh my god.
This is John Schneider.
Oh my
Trevor's
god.
close personal friend of the show, John Schneider.
God, no way.
One of the Peppermint and Wintergreen. Gorgeous.
Our close friend and collaborator, Trevor, works with him all the time. They do podcasts together and stuff.
That's so fun. Also, if you want to hear me and Trevor talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, we have our own podcast. We're in season 3.
And thank you. Bow your heads as I share these words of wisdom from Kennedy Davenport herself. After a long night of hooking, Ray didn't like the session, so he had gutted me and set me on fire. But you know I didn't die. I had crystallized.
Remember that like hideous chicken costume she had with like the...
Yeah.
Rasha.
That is an outfit.
Uh-huh.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Raja, an honoree of the Kennedy Davenport Center Honors Hall of Shade. Rue and I, we go way back. The first time I met Rue, I asked her for an autograph. That handprint still remains on that cave wall today. I Ubered here today, and my driver was an oversharing alcoholic with rancid BO. That motherfucker still had more stars than Shea Coulee. Before I exit, a few words about our next next esteemed speaker, Evie Oddly. You know, Evie's got such amazing, quirky, eclectic style, and by style I mean she has a massive donkey. To the stage, Evie Oddly! You know, Monet, you look so stunning. You really are
I do love
my
that.
favorite winner of All Stars 4. Trinity the Tuck is here tonight. Trin is known by so many as a pageant queen, a performer. But to me, Trin will always just be a prostitute. Jinx has had some plastic surgery done. I'll give you time to look for it. No, really, she got her hairline done, which means that she thought to herself, yeah, that's the problem. Next speaker tonight, she puts the star in one star. Kool-Aid. Jada Essence Hall is here. I love that skinny little bitch. Jada Essence Hall is such a skinny little bitch that she wears earring backs as bracelets. Jada Essence Hall is such a skinny little bitch that she uses a tampon as a flotation device. Jada Essence Hall is such a skinny little bitch
not how tampons
that when
work.
she stands in front of a funhouse mirror, she looks like Monet and Jinx.
I love this cap.
Yeah, it's so great.
I don't want to objectify you, but truly, your ass does give new meaning to the term dark side of the moon. Trinity the Tuck, I'm not going to stand here like all these other girls calling you a slut. You're also dumb. Hide your sons and hide your keys. It's Jinx Monsoon.
I love her victory rolls.
I am so honored.
It's this outfit,
to be
too.
honored here tonight at this imaginary event. First of all, RuPaul, the Rosetta Stone of drag, and then Ross Matthews. You look great. I'll have whatever intestinal parasite she's having. And Evie Oddly. Now, Evie Oddly has been objectified a lot this season, and I don't want to contribute to that. Anyway, here's some dick jokes. Evie Oddly's dick is so big, when she tucks, she has to tape it between her shoulder blades. Evie Oddly's dick is so big, it has its own heartbeat. Evie Oddly's dick is so big, when I was doing a line of coke off of it, I had time to stop and reflect and realized I'd become my mother.
She's gonna put Rue in the ground.
Then there's Trinity. Trinity, my goodness, so kind and compassionate and caring. She even let her last boyfriend down easy. She said, let's just be cousins. Now, before Trinity comes up here and gives it her best shot, remember, she was raised by snake handlers in Appalachia.
I love this, like,
Well, hi, I'm Trinity
mauve
Tuck.
velvet.
I'm super excited to be here at the John F. Kennedy Davenport Center of Disease Control. The first queen I would like to celebrate tonight is Jinx Monsoon. Jinx was such an ugly baby. Her birth certificate came with an apology letter from a condom factory.
Factory.
I love that that's just in the vernacular now.
Her husband, he's actually really cute. He actually
is.
likes to dress her up like a piñata before sex because he likes to be blindfolded before he hits it. Speaking of the beautifully challenged, Evie, all joking aside, I just want to let you know, don't let anyone ever tell you you're not pretty. You're not, but don't let them tell you.
I love all of Evie's multicolor that she's
I'm
doing.
digging it.
Comes to mind. She's also a classically trained musician. She plays a great second fiddle to Bob the drag queen. Comedy runs in Monet's family. Her mother delivered at least one joke. You know, I tried to look up Raja, but Wikipedia doesn't go back that far.
She actually has a very robust Wikipedia page.
A tall drink of water. If that water was from Flint, Michigan.
RuPaul is going to expire.
Our next speaker is the reason I'm only half a winner. I wish her mother would have swallowed. Give it up for Monet and Jinx.
Oh, man.
Okay, but this is an actual roast.
Yeah, no.
Because they're friends.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is unprecedented. Trinity the Tug has garnered laughter and applause at a Drag Race roast. Truthfully, I don't really know Jinx that well. I've only ever seen her at her one-person show. Wait, sorry. There was one person at Jinx's show. Yeah, that was it. And interestingly enough, at Jinx's show, that's when I discovered I was narcoleptic. Viv, it's been an absolute pleasure watching you grow as a person throughout this competition. You're living proof that it gets butter. And eggs. And sugar.
I was going to say, nobody has
And it makes a sheet cake.
done anything about Vivian yet.
There's, her Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
Better than you, bitch.
Jada. The essence of beauty and the teeth of a baby. Jay Kool-Aid. You know, Jay is everywhere. She's in magazines. She was on The Bachelorette. She's been in so many movies. You know, it's... Next up is a queen who's going to come here and cool things down. She is the essence of beauty. Make some noise for Jada.
Thanks, Monet, for that lovely introduction. Now, twinners Trinity and Monet have the biggest asses of any winners of RuPaul's Drag Race. The only difference is Trinity has a fake ass bitch, and Monet is just a fake ass bitch. Jinx Monsoon! Happy Shark Week! The only thing sharper than Jinx's wit are her pearly whites, and yellows, and beiges, and grays. Evie.
Oh, shit.
If you lay down with her and have a go with that beast that she's with that beast that she's hiding that she's passing off as a penis, there's sure to be a mess, which is pretty much what's happening right now for this motherfucking roast right now. Shaw, that's okay. It's all right. And the joke after that was that she's a hot mess, but baby, it won't land right now at this moment.
Okay. All right.
Leads us right into our next very special guest, the Viv. The last time she had plastic surgery done, the doctor asked her for her nose job. Would she like it to stay cut? Yeah, that was not the way that joke was supposed to go.
Don Lazarus, everyone.
She is the Viv.
Oh, God.
I love Jada.
I love Jada, too. That was unfortunate.
To such a strong roast. It really is the who's who of who was available. Thank you, girls, for acknowledging my K addiction. After sitting through this shit for an hour, I think I'll take it back up. But on to our honorees. After Drag Race, Monet's career path was simple. Do everything Bob the drag queen did, but shitter. Monet had her own talk show, well, on the internet, called The Exchange Rate, which is Latin for cancelled. The show was meant to be an exploration and reflection of Monet's talent and personality, and sadly, it was. Trinity's catchphrase this season has been, "I live!" And she does, until that backstreet B-grade silicone migrates into a vital artery, and then, girl, you die! Shea Coulee! Calm down, Jinx. That's not a dessert.
Vivian!
Not because of the pandemic, just because her husband couldn't bear to be in the same room as her. But I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming here tonight. I hope you've had a fun time, and if you ever need a friend to pee in a cup, don't ask me. Thank you.
What, is it good? Oh, you've already seen it.
I was like fast forwarding through, but
Ooh, those shoes. Oh, you know what? I saw a picture of this, but the impression I got from the tweet was that it was Scarlet Envy.
Scarlet Envy wore something almost identical.
Oh, okay.
But it never aired.
Oh, okay.
Because they make a comment about, Michelle's like, I've never seen anything like this. And I was like, well, if you hadn't sent Scarlet home.
Okay. Ooh. This is like that Claire Danes Tom Ford Cinderella thing.
Or even Zendaya.
Yeah.
Her makeup, her face.
This is a good glam look from Evie too, which we talk about. Ooh. This looks like a fucking Victoria's Secret fashion show thing.
It reminds me of the flowers and the butterflies in Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah,
the little bread and butterflies.
Yeah. Wow. Ooh. Ooh, okay.
Well done.
Ross Matthews. Oh my.
EDC is here.
Yeah.
I love this. I love how they're able to still do the face.
Yeah. You didn't. Oh my god. I guess I wish there were a little more lights. It's beautiful though. Yeah, that's really cool.
It is just gorgeous. Like,
oh my god.
Is this the blue wave that Chuck Todd was expecting in 2020?
I think she's a mermaid.
she looks like a Barbie.
Yeah, it's very cool. Or like a sky dancer.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Oh, it's all colors. I love that they're malleable. Like that they're not stiff wings. That was a very cool runway.
It was ambitious,
yeah.
too. Okay, we are back. We're going to have our typical short little conversation. Yeah, so Wintergreen is close personal friend of the show, John Schneider.
Yeah.
He's not actually. He's so one
friend
of our...
of a close personal friend of the show.
One of our close friends and associates works with him on their own podcast called Trevor Loves Everything, and they are like work friends and stuff. So it was very... And I hadn't seen that season. Trevor had told me that it happened.
Oh, sure.
But I hadn't seen... I think that was season 9, and that's one of the ones I haven't seen yet.
Okay.
So, but apparently he's like a fan favorite, and I like him on the podcast. I listen to them on the podcast all the time, but I'm always impressed when these like straight men are just so game, like so willing.
Oh, for sure.
To feel their fantasy.
100%.
Every guy has it in him. Like,
I agree. I fully agree. Also, just as an FYI, I think the one I ended up listening to it twice because I listened to it on my own and then with my husband. They have like a 5-part episode about the Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it is hysterical. So definitely check it out. Trevor Loves Everything.
So, and then you also have a podcast with him.
With Trevor called Another Buffy Podcast, where we talk about every episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We are on season 3 right now, and it's weekly. So
I thought this was a fantastic show.
Yeah.
This is a roast.
Oh, yeah.
This is what a roast is.
Well, it's like you said, it's because they're friends.
Roasts are not mean, but they're sharp.
Yeah.
They're meant to be. They're meant to have bite, but it's meant to be friends. And the closeness of the friends is how they're able to know what they can and can't talk about.
Exactly.
And you always get, whenever people are assigned one, it's like, Jinx, like, well, I rolled a big fatty. That's how we got Jinx on stage. You know, that's sort of like whatever. And then you always have someone that's like, Jinx is so ugly that her mother doesn't call her anymore because she's a bad person and she wishes she had an abortion. You know, it's like, whoa,
so far over the line. The line is a dot to you.
And so this was Vivian tiptoed up there. I think it's the British.
It is the British.
I think it's the British humor. She really loves to scoot on up to that line and give it a little salute. But no, I thought they were great. I thought everybody was great. I thought everybody was funny.
And Jada was also there.
But my favorite part is she did this thing where she didn't drop the cadence.
Yeah.
Like, it was word salad, but she was still delivering it like it was a joke.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really liked that, where it's like, what is that Eddie Izzard bit where they're like, it's 10% what you're saying and 90% how you sound.
Yep.
You're always confirming and denying things. So, all of their looks were so good. I just I don't know.
I loved all of the roast looks, and then I loved all of the runway looks too.
We'll get to the runway in a second. Raja was great.
Yeah.
Monet has this almost 40s thing that she does every so often.
It's, I don't know if you want to call it like a skull cap or something, but it's like.
But it was cut like a
wig, and then it was also like leopard print. Oh my god, it was very cool.
Mm-hmm. I loved Jinx's victory curls. Ugh. And they all had the comedy or the Kennedy Center honors. It was the style, but in the Drag Race colors.
So funny.
Weirdly, one of my biggest takeaways of this season is going to be Evie.
Yeah.
I think she has been gorgeous.
Talk about a glow up. If we're talking about glow ups, I'm gonna say Evie Oddly.
But where she's getting me is her runways are great, even phenomenal sometimes, but she's getting me in the day to day.
Yeah.
She has this sort of pastel day glow, street 90s thing.
Also, a lot of people are doing a lot of pixie cut wigs. And she and Monet are doing a lot of pixie cut wigs, but it's I think that Evie has one in every color.
It's
insane. They all look incredible. And there was the one episode where she was and that's the other thing too, is they're reversible. And she just spun it around. She was like, it looks different, doesn't it?
Well, we all know that trick from Dreamgirls, but yeah, let's look at the runway. This was an astonishing runway. They had to bring in special lighting, and that was part of the fun of it for me.
Yeah, that was definitely cool.
This Raja look, it's fantastic. It just is a little unfortunate for me because it's so similar to something Scarlet Envy did.
Yeah.
She planned for last season, for All-Stars 6, and it was the week after she got sent home in that beautiful dress that made out of the letters that her grandparents wore.
Oh, yeah. God, that was lovely.
I'm a big, you can't see it, my autograph Scarlet is down there. I'm a big Scarlet Envy fan.
Yeah.
And so I only say that just to give proper credit where proper credit is due.
Yeah.
And I certainly don't feel like it was ripped off or anything.
No.
I just needed to comment on that. And I do like the butterfly. It's...
Yeah. The
antenna and her face, and so many of these looks. Something that I found fascinating about this runway is it's absolutely 2, borderline 3 different looks, because there's the initial outfit, which they're all standing at the end being judged in, and even Ross, some people commented where it's oh my god, there's so many details that I didn't see on the actual runway. So there's the initial outfit, there's the glow gimmick, and then there's this in between. I love every shot where you can see the face and the glowing is stunning. But then there's an even a 4th element, and it's if it tells a story. And that's where I'm sort of judging. This is I would say this is a half story. This is definitely,
I mean, it's like, a laser butterfly. It's cool. It looks cool. That's mostly all I care about. This, though, it also looks like Avatar. It's like very cool. The wig is incredible.
It's one of the ones that it's like this. First of all, yeah, this is just excellent. But seeing it in the actual light at the end, the wig, that makeup, it was
all of it.
It was gorgeous. I loved it. And you're right. It's this glamour that I've wanted just a little bit of from, and she found a way to make it wacky.
Well, it's still weird regardless because she's like a huge mushroom. So it it's Evie enough the whole time, but it just looks
And
beautiful.
It doesn't feel like a retread of her sister Willow's avant-garde mushroom look 3 months ago.
I think this is my favorite.
Really?
I really do.
I'm
shocked because I have not been Shea Coulee's biggest fan this season, but I think she nailed the roast doing it like they said, the boss bitch thing. I thought that was very funny and good, like a good instinct to lean into, because it makes the thing that I've been complaining about her, where she's trying to be very pretty all the time, and she's always
very poised.
She's not really doing a yes and thing, like an improv-y yes and thing. It's taking that, which so far in my opinion has been a weakness, and turning it into a strength, where it's just she's very poised and elevated and above it all, but she's still gonna deal out these nasty comments.
It's very Posh Spice.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
She's playing along by being a little bit of
100%.
Yeah.
But this is so good. Everything about it looks incredible. The fact that the little spots, freckle spots on her makeup, look still like sunflower seeds. Everything about it. And then it glows. It's so pretty. Yeah, I think it's my favorite. And I don't even like the color yellow or sunflowers, really.
But it's so buttery.
And I think it's so beautiful. It's very cool. And it suits her, and the way the petals are looks kind of like Tinkerbell. I dig the whole thing. I think it's great. And the boots are incredible too.
Okay, not to be a broken record, but I think this is my favorite.
This is awesome.
It tells the most story.
It definitely does that.
And it's such a gorgeous look. I could look at it not even knowing that the glowing was a facet, was an aspect.
Yeah.
And it has this regal, almost angelic quality.
Yeah.
And then I think Ronan Farrow was like, it's campy and funny,
and
but also dark and kind of twisted.
Yeah.
And just this smugness she's painted on her face.
And I love too that it's a different kind of light than everyone else has, because it's flickery and it's gentle.
Well, she has
flames.
little
and the wispies up here.
Fountains.
Feathery
fans.
Yeah.
I just, like I said, I hate to be a broken record, but
no, Jinx is incredible. I still think this is Jinx's season to lose.
The cackle.
Yeah.
It's
so good. I love the weird dead way she's painted her face too. It's very
and the blonde wig, because she could have done the orange hair again.
Yep. No, but she didn't.
I think that it's more effective.
Uh-huh.
I think that would be a rookie mistake to be well, definitely orange, and it's
not this time.
Now this is great, but it's like I said, it's EDC. It looks like a showgirl at a rave,
or like they said, Carnival. Which I agree with that as well.
And for me, it's I like the color story. I love the wig. I love all of it. But it for my personal taste, it's not giving me. It's not telling the story.
Yeah.
But it's
great. It's definitely on theme.
Okay.
This is a very close second for me, but my only complaint is that it works better with the lights on, because then you can see the galaxy. And
I needed to be told that it was meant to be the sky, the galaxy.
Well, I could get that, but not from the light. I get it with the lights on, not with the lights off.
It wasn't immediate. I thought, so she just did a gorgeous but a glowing dress. I wish that there were some more literal constellations.
Sure, because she's got a couple stars in her makeup,
or even clouds. There's a handful of places that I would have gone more literal to really sell But I think she looks amazing.
Yeah.
I love the white wig. I love the dress. I love the cut of the dress. I love the whole thing. I just sort of had to be told what I was looking at.
This is so cool.
So I'm the mermaid person. As such,
still have your little shelf.
My mermaid shelf. I love this. I'm obligated to. It has a slight everything in the kitchen sink quality for my personal taste, but it does. I'll try and find a picture. There's a very specific Barbie that I think she had on her vision board.
Yeah. It's cool though. It's got like the tail. It's like she's sitting on a rock. It's like there's a wave.
It was fantastic. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Now this is a little bit reserved. Because at first when she came out, I was sort of like, I wish you did more. But then...
Oh, she's got the remote in her hand.
Oh, I didn't even realize. That's funny. As she came down is where it kind of unfurled. And you're right. The wings...
They feel like real... bird, they're like flexible and malleable.
Because Michelle's like, we've seen wings on the stage, but these were like flapping.
I loved it.
I love the instinct for the page boy haircut. I would never do that.
So ugly, but it works so well.
It gives it a Joan of Arc. Like it gives it this,
or as she said, single white female. That is the single white female haircut.
Or as Ru said, Icarus. Yeah. Like it just it brings it to this other level. And even like, I think Ronan was like, when she takes the wings off, it's a thing too. Like, it's also like
a space warrior,
like Disneyland, Disney World Spectro magic. Yeah. Like I love the blue and then going into the colors.
I think it's great.
Her face too.
And
she just knows when she's killing it. Like,
the like flat pink lip too. It's good. And the boots again, a bunch of them were really good tall boots.
Oh, I wanted to keep going.
That's it.
Yeah, all of them standing there so looking at them this way, I gotta give it to Evie.
Yeah, I know. Shea Coulee.
Shay.
It's just everything about it. Because it's also, I think also because it's literally so many things I hate. Like the color yellow. I don't like sunflowers. Yeah, but something about it all together, it works so well. And I just love the way the petals all are. I don't know. I just think it's incredible.
I also love the mermaid way more with the lights on.
Yeah.
I think it was the neon stripes that were throwing me, where now she's covered in those like paillettes and like different size sequins that look like scales and bubbles and stuff. I think I would have lit it differently.
Sure.
Actually, I never know how much self-promotion to do in these. If you want to know what I would do, I designed a mermaid costume for, it wasn't glowing, it was for the headdress ball, and we were never able to make it. But I'll put a picture if you want to see how I would translate that look.
Definitely put it in there.
Like I said, it was a headdress ball, so the gimmick was a big headdress. It was all the bulk of it. But yeah, I think I got to give it to Evie with Monet and Vivian.
I do love also that in this shot, then Vivian just looks like, I don't know, a character from Sailor Moon or something. Yeah, it's hysterical. I love it.
Doing like 5 different things, all of them good.
They all work. It all works.
Yeah, our top was Jinx and Trinity. I have really come to like Trinity a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would have given her the top.
She was pretty funny.
She was, but I think that this look, I think of all the looks.
Yeah.
I guess when if we're going with like the median, there you go. Mean, median, and mode. I'm
not doing this.
But yeah, they lip sync to Kings and Queens, Ava Max, We Love, and they both were doing great and their own thing.
Yeah.
But Jinx took it.
Yep.
The plunger is off the table.
Yep. And it means nothing. Raja's a little pissed. She called them all cunts.
I kind of wish that they had given Raja an edge.
Oh.
Like production had actually given her, like, here's the secret.
Oh, that would have been good.
but like the last person to get blocked gets a star or something.
And there's only one more
Challenge.
maxi challenge left.
God knows how many more twists, because there's no way that we're only getting 2 more stars.
No, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. I'm going to have a really hard time watching a regular season after this. It's definitely like top tier for me.
Every time, well, like I said, we've determined that we like All Stars because every time we always have these never-ending regular seasons, which we do love.
Yeah.
But you reach a saturation point, and I'm like, well, are we going to do All Stars? It starts in 2 weeks, and you're always like, I guess. And then we end up fucking loving it. So we'll see. Maybe we'll go back and watch some of the, well, I still want to go back and watch all of it at some point. So, okay, please like and subscribe. Thumbs up. That is the best for us in the algorithm. If you want to help us keep the lights on, you can donate at these fine establishments. Links below. We are retooling the Patreon. Within the next week or 2, we will have the entirety of season 2 of True Blood on our Patreon, and I'm working on editing season 2 of Riverdale, and we've got a few more things coming down the pipeline. We're thinking Lost to Desperate Housewives.
Yeah.
So
very exciting.
Stay tuned, and bye.
Bye.